So tonight we're here checking out Darksiders, Wrath of War, and we're just showing off one of the interior areas. This is one of our dungeons. We have two types of areas in the game. There's like the larger hub areas that have more open exploration, and then there's like the dungeon areas. We call them dungeons, but they can be like a subway system, they can be derelict buildings, whatever. In this case, War's come to this church. There's a massive demon that's made this her home base, and she's pretty much taken everything over. Steve's gonna bust through this door right here, and there's lots of, the dungeon areas have like big bosses at the end of them. They have, there's an item that we call gear items that we're gonna show you. He gets the crossblade here, which is his first ranged weapon. He's usually fighting with his sword, but he does get ranged weapons, including guns and stuff later on in the game. And here, you'll see one of War's abilities that are returning to him. He's got the ability to glide with these phantom wings. And he's just going to dispatch some enemies here. You can pick up things in the environment and use them as weapons, even though you do get plenty of weapons to fight with. And you might have noticed he jumped up and grabbed one of the bats in the air. If you time it right, oh good, Steve's got the skills. You can actually go from bat to bat, oh nice, and kill them all without touching the ground. We gotta add that as an achievement, because it's gonna be cool. So every creature has an interactive like that. Some of them are really quick. You just grab the guy by the ankle and slam him on the ground and he explodes. Some of the stronger enemies have more over-the-top, crazy ones. You'll notice these little blue orbs flying around. Cash has no value after humanity is wiped out, unfortunately. So we thought it'd be weird to collect coins or money. So basically, War collects souls. He has a soul harvest ability. And you find a character really early on. He's a demon, and he's a soul trader. And he'll actually trade you weapons and ability upgrades for these souls. So War has to go around and harvest as many as he can. And usually you'll do that just by killing enemies, although if you explore, there's plenty in the environment and stuff you can get as well. Here, War has found one of the legendary gear items for this dungeon. As I mentioned, every dungeon has one. And the one he's about to get now is the crossblade. And it's always a pretty epic moment when you find one of these because it changes the gameplay pretty drastically. There are always areas in the outdoor hubs that are restricted to you, and these items often will unlock new places that you can go. These pesky bats that were a nuisance throughout the level are pretty easy now. Oh, nice. He just deflected the attack back at him. So he's going to use the crossblade to dispatch these enemies now that he has it. So you can throw the crossblade, you can charge it up as he just did, and you'll see it just sort of like stuns an opponent and keeps him pinned so you can focus on his buddies. So that's another use. All your gear items get mapped onto your trigger, so it doesn't replace your sword. You can actually combo from the sword right into your equipped gear item. So you have your primary attack, your secondary attack, which in this case is his big heavy gauntlet. Later on you get Death Scythe, and you can combo between those in addition to the gear item that's on your trigger. So you'd be able to just go between that and the crossblade at will.